Okay, so the popcorn junkies. Ryan Reynolds was here, he came, he saw Deadpool 2. Did you know it's the 11th film in the X-Men series?
I didn't even need to know that.
So going in, me and Maddie had seen a couple of the trailers. I think Nadia had seen one too. I was extraordinarily excited about this because it's one of those few Marvel films which is R-rated in the States, and you feel that it can really, it doesn't have to pull its punches. What were your thoughts going in?
I wasn't a big fan of the first Deadpool. I felt like Ryan Reynolds found himself a lot funnier than he was, so I wasn't too sure about this one. I think it was because the first one was so overrated, and because I'd heard how much everybody loved it before, I was expecting it to be better than it was.
I can't remember if the first one was an 18, but my fear with this one was that they were going to sort of slightly soften it all and do that thing of the first one was such a commercial success that they were going to try and make this even more of a commercial success.
Well, when I saw the trailer, I thought it had the most terrible suit. I was worried about that. I thought, my God, I mean, if this is a big... Why doesn't his suit fit? And why doesn't he... It all seemed a bit odd to me. And I was a bit nervous because I had this memory that there was a lot of sex in the first one. I thought, do I really want to see like cartoon characters and loads of sex? I don't know. So I was kind of they're all gonna love it, and Christ, I've got to pretend I like it if I didn't like it.
So you were worried about going?
I was really worried.
I mean, I must admit, whenever I go and see a superhero film with you, especially a Star Wars film with you, I feel nervous going in with you. Because I'm worried that I just think she ain't going to get any of this.
When it comes to Star Wars, you're right.
Let me give you a little revision of the plot line. So this film starts at the point where he's become a sort of worldwide mercenary, a hired hand, going out efficiently disposing of villains. His girlfriend, partner, Vanessa, former prostitute,
Is she?
wants to...
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
In the film?
In the film, yeah.
No, I know in the film, not the actress.
But, so they kind of have this really rosy moment where they decide they want to have a family.
Kiss me like you miss me.
Kiss Me Like You Miss Me. And the sort of payback on one of his recent jobs means that a catastrophic turn of events occurs. He decides he wants to kill himself. And so the film then turns into this situation where one of the members of the X-Men, Colossus, rescues him, takes him back to the X-Men mansion, puts him back together, he becomes a trainee X-Men, and they proceed to intervene in a case with this boy who's another mutant with superhuman powers to make his hands go hot and blow things up. And then at that point, Cable, played by Josh Brolin, is a time traveller who comes back in time to try and dispose of the boy who's impacted on his family. So we then have a sort of relatively...
I thought it was Nick Nolte at the beginning.
There's a group of actors like him, Kurt Russell,
They all
and
look
Josh
the same.
Brolin
They
that
all
seem
look
to
the
have the same chin.
No, Josh Brolin's very unique.
But do not ever equate Josh Brolin with Nick Nolte.
That's
It was only-
It's just a major crush at the moment.
Oh right, is it? Is
Yeah.
that what this
Yeah,
week?
to
No,
be
but it was
really
just
quiet.
for a split second.
That's the storyline. In the comic book series, even within the comics, he's breaking the fourth wall. He's talking to the reader. He's looking out of the comic
is he?
books. This is a motif. But Ryan Reynolds was critical in getting it to the stage that it's at now. He played him in one of the X-Men movies.
So
where
do you think
played
he was a
him
little
seriously.
boy who had piles of Marvel magazines under
Really?
his bed?
He's in one of the X-Men films?
Yeah, he's in one of the X-Men films, and apparently what's interesting was his rendering of Deadpool was serious. So there's a scene in this film where he puts to death a former manifestation of Deadpool. Remember that moment?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
was
him getting rid of the Deadpool that he was playing in.
Oh, I didn't know what the hell was going
Yeah.
on with that.
So
I
of course
presume-
he's in the X-Men film.
So
Oh, that's why they
presumably,
were taking the piss the whole time.
Yeah.
so presumably the real Marvel fans at that moment that we just spoke about would know instantly what he was
Absolutely.
doing. Oh right.
But there were lots of
you
in-jokes.
are gods, Marvel
There were
fans.
lots of in-jokes. So the moments where he's going around on the mobility scooter, that's Patrick Stewart's chair,
That's
that's
his
his
Professor
superhero.
Xavier.
Within it, there are some great riffs and moments. A whole host of brilliant characters come in. He forms the gender-neutral X-Force, which I thought was very good, and some described as derivative.
I loved the fourth wall breaking. I think when that works in a film, it's just brilliant. So often it doesn't, and it shouldn't be overused.
Yeah.
As a non-Marvel person, there was only a couple of nights I thought, God, this man hasn't got a mouth or eyes. I mean, that is phenomenal. He hasn't got a mouth or eyes.
You know, it's very clever.
It's possible.
Very clever. Do you like the storyline?
I liked the storyline
Yeah.
actually. I felt at times it was it didn't really know where it was going with itself.
Yeah.
But I thought that the storyline was a lot better in this one than it was in the first one.
Did you?
I liked the characters more. I didn't feel connected with them in any way in the first one.
Right.
Because in the first one we had Colossal, which is the big metal guy.
Well, can I just stop you there? I thought Colossal was my most frustratingly annoying character in the entire thing.
God, I adored
I
him.
loved
Man.
him.
Oh,
Don't be
No,
ridiculous.
his best moment was having his arse squeezed by Deadpool.
No, he was brilliant. I
Colossal.
absolutely
Yeah, I
loved
liked
him.
him.
Oh, I couldn't stand him.
The reason why I liked this film was because I thought that they had more to the storyline, which at times was a bit overpowering.
Yeah.
But also, I thought that it's what made it stand out more than the first one. I loved Cable, and I thought he was a great villain,
Yeah.
hero kind of
Yeah.
person.
What did you think of the story?
I loved the story. Also, that came with that pig. I loved the story. I loved it.
Oh, good.
It went off on little tangents, or didn't know what was going to
Okay.
happen next. There was love, there was passion, there was self-destruction. It was heart-rending. I wanted to cry a bit.
Did
You
you?
know, there was paedophiles,
Well, I
there was
thought that was
child
very strong,
abuse.
yeah.
Well, I just thought it was just an
Well, I think-
absolute rip-roaring tale.
I like his internal conflict. I like the way in which he riffs on all of that sort of stuff. I'm going to really put it out there. I couldn't stand. Nyon thought he was an absolute detriment to the film. The boy, I thought he was bad. I thought he was brought in because he was good in another film. I thought his control. All he did was stand there with his hands on fire. There weren't layers to him, which then impacted on Deadpool. Played his relationship with him, I thought, very well, but he was acting against virtually nothing coming back. So that for me was fundamentally weak. And yet within the story of the boy was a really strong story about a paedophilic college, which I was like, right up for that. Vengeance against paedophiles. Let's rock it. For me, it was such a problem because you have that major central scene in the prison. I didn't give a damn.
I
I
know.
felt it was something with the directing though.
Dude, well, interesting.
Because
That's
I felt that from what the boy was given to do, he actually did quite well.
Right.
And I thought I could see that he was finding it quite difficult because he was just given a lot of anger to do.
Very true.
But he did sadness very well.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to give anything away, but like towards the end,
Yes.
I thought there was a certain scene which I thought he played really well. And it's quite difficult because like even the sad bits in Deadpool, you don't know whether you're supposed to be laughing at the
Yes.
same time. But I don't know. I thought he was quite good, and obviously because he's known from the film Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah, I think you may have hit the nail on the
I
head.
think-
The director, David Leitch, I did a little bit of research on him. He was a former stunt coordinator, an uncredited director on John Wick, which is an action flick. And I think one of my criticisms in this film was there was a lot of reliance on straightforward stunt action fight scenes.
No, I don't
agree.
think that. I just thought I felt really sorry for the boy in the scene where he's first there, just standing.
Yeah.
I felt
That's
sorry for him.
poorly
He was
directed.
there
What's
too
poorly
long.
directed?
He was there for too long. No, I thought it was difficult because he had to stand there like this for ages,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
going,
yeah.
"Get away from me!" And nobody was even getting near him.
Yes.
I thought it was just. I think it was just, to be
I
honest,
think
the way
you're
it was written.
absolutely right. And he
So that's
needed
my
more
point
care.
about him being a stunt coordinator director. I don't think he was thinking about where does the boy have to stand in relation to the stunts, not about what does the boy need to do for the scene.
Right.
You have to invest a lot in the boy, and I'm not saying it's the boy's fault. I love the actor. I think the director absolutely dropped the ball with him. Cable was good. I love Josh Brolin. He didn't have enough lines, but I didn't get what I thought I was going to get from him, given that they reset up the film to shoot scenes with him. They're going to have a spin-off series with him. I wanted more humour from Cable.
Well, I loved him.
No,
I don't think it
loved
matters.
him.
I don't think
Oh,
it
I
matters.
loved him.
I
thought
loved
we
his
could have had
lines as
more
well. I
of him.
thought
Yeah,
if
I
there
thought
was
he was
too
great.
much of him, we'd have been a bit like.
I thought he was great. I think we had just enough of him, and I loved his funky arm. What's that called in Marvel World?
Well, it's like
metal.
What was it they were calling it? Something.
Oh, they were saying. No, he gave a reference. He said, "Well, I'm not going to fight a man with a Winter Soldier arm."
Yeah,
because
what's
Winter
that?
Soldier is an Avenger who has a metal arm as well, so
Oh.
they're very similar.
I liked all those references to other films, even when sometimes I didn't know what the reference
Yeah.
was, but I could tell because the delivery of the line was so good.
Yeah.
I could tell that it was like.
Well, the darkness. You must be so dark, being from a DC.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so dark. You're
That's
sure
all
you're
that.
not from the DC
I thought
universe?
stuff like that was very witty.
God, I can't believe it. Maybe I'm like maybe I'm like a wild, obsessed Marvel fan without even knowing it. I'm taking umbrage.
Well, you
with
haven't seen Infinity War yet, so you're not a Marvel fan.
With you saying,
Yeah, but I'm saying this. I think Ryan Reynolds' performance in this was better than the first film. I think he's really developed the character. There's one particular scene in the film which had me absolutely splitting my sides, and it's with him on the sofa. I won't give away the exact nature of
Isn't
it.
it funny because I didn't find that funny?
No, but you haven't seen the first one. There's a scene very similar to it, but with...
What about the X-Force characters?
I loved
it. Loved them all.
I loved Peter.
Peter.
The really ordinary guy who just wanted to sign up because he said it looked
I loved
fun.
him. But for me, I just adored Lucky.
Domino.
Played by Zazie Beetz from Atlanta. She's in Atlanta.
She is beautiful.
Oh, of course, she's the wife.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's beautiful. She's powerful. She can act like a crazy woman.
If you look at the events as they unfold, they're like falling dominoes that fall in a lucky order.
She has my favourite superpower.
Which is what?
Lady Luck.
Lady Luck. And I love his riffing with her. I thought his relationship with her was really well. I thought you could tell that they were getting on set. Any guesses as to who the actor might have been in Juggernaut?
I feel I did when I saw his eyes, but no.
I haven't got a clue, but I've got a feeling it might be Tom Hardy.
Does anyone know?
Tom Hardy.
What about Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt has a cameo in this. See if you can spot it. We won't ruin it.
And one of my favourite lines, your shiny suit brings out the sex trafficker in your eyes.
That was
there
funny.
were so many brilliant lines, weren't there?
Can I also add that I loved the Indian friend?
Oh,
yeah, he was great. He was great.
Oh yeah, he was great.
What would be your power? Courage.
I also loved his friend in the bar.
Oh, the glasses.
And the moment
I
where
told
he was
him
being
everything
tortured
that he wanted to know.
And he's so proud. So should we give our scores on the doors?
Yeah. Well, I loved all the car chases, I loved all the fight scenes, I loved all the characters. I didn't know that Colossus was CGI, so I feel a bit silly about that. I loved the love story. I loved it. I'm a new proper Marvel fan. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10.
Wow. I went in with extraordinarily high hopes, and I think I'm being a bit nitpicky, and I'm kind of looking for problems. I laughed a lot. I thought I was really pleased that Ryan Reynolds, for me, turned a corner that I shared with you, Maddie. I was thinking he tries too hard. I thought he's at ease in it. He's found his flow. I loved his relationship. I think we've got a new star in Zazie Beetz, who plays Domino. Obviously, I just wanted more of my guy. I wanted more of Josh. I just want Josh.
All right, darling, stop now.
Sorry.
There's people watching.
On that note, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10.
I'm going to agree with Mum, and I'm going to give it a 9.
Ooh.
I thought the fight scenes were a lot better in this one. And they're quite cartoony, but they're really good in their cartoony ways. I really liked one of the lines that he did when Juggernaut and Colossal are fighting though. He said, get ready for a massive CGI fight.
I have to say, there's a moment in the film where you see the most extraordinary enema given to a superhero character.
Yes. Genius.
Genius. Do you think that there was a frisson of attraction between Cable and Deadpool?
Yeah, that's going to be a bit bromance.
Do you think it's a bromance?
Yeah.
I think Deadpool
It's a bromance
fancies
brewing.
him.
Well, Deadpool fancies everyone, but Cable's got a wife and child.
That's why I think I like Deadpool. He's got a man crush on everyone.
And on that note...
For more film and family fun, don't forget to click the subscribe button and make sure to click the bell to never miss an update.